Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks. Ready to begin. Now, I have a prepared statement to read, and I'm not going to be taking any questions. Upon winning the Premier League for the fourth time in a row, I began to reflect upon my time at this wonderful club, and I asked myself, how can I improve the team? How can we take this team forward to the next level? And I discovered that I can't. I don't see a way for me to do that. So I have decided that that this will be my final season at Aston Villa. My hope is that we will go on to secure a third straight Champions League crown. That is, I think, what this team deserves. They've been fantastic for me, and I couldn't wish them any. I couldn't wish any more than to leave on that sort of a high. After what's been a wonderful time at the club. Now some of you are going to ask, what's next? I don't really know what's next, to be honest. I haven't really thought about that. I think maybe I'll take a couple of months on the beach in Bali, and we'll see what sort of comes from there. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa, and welcome to episode 130 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa, and a surprise announcement perhaps, or perhaps not as well. This is going to be our last season at the club, and first of all, I just want to apologise. It has been a little bit of time since the last episode. There's a little thing at the start there. I'm sure some of you have seen other stuff on the channel this week and already kind of knew what had happened. But we're back now in full swing, and the idea here is to go out with a bang by lifting a third straight Champions League title. Now, we can see this episode, it is all about Atletico Madrid. With the League One, as we did last episode, against West Brom and, of course, Watford. We'll skip over the Everton game, and it will just be Atletico Madrid, home and away, to hopefully qualify for the final. Now, if we have a look at how we've done in the past against Atletico Madrid, now we've only played them 4 times in competitive games, once last year in the group stage, and once the year before that, actually, it looks like, in the first knockout round. We've always won at home, but we've always lost away. So, that being the case, it puts a lot of pressure on this first leg because we know it's a very, very difficult place to go to, and we need to try and get the job done here. You can see the first leg of the other semi-finals, 1-1 between Manchester City and PSG. If we have a quick look at what we're expecting here, it is Diego Simeone, coach team, 15 years, puts me to shame, doesn't it? Almost twice as long. They're a balanced mentality, a direct playing style. Now, we're not expecting them to come out like this. We're expecting sort of a 1-1, and then I think these two are supposed to sit a little bit deeper or something, if I remember correctly what the scouts said. So that's what we're expecting. You can see a lot of their stuff comes down the right-hand side, which will mean Nepo will be busy on the left. Because if we look at the team that we're sending out, we're going as strong as we can. It's Gaz Mosley in goal. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Horvik, or Thor as we like to call him, and Kosic is the back 4. Leroy and Silla in midfield. Rashid, Pedro Enrique, and Marin in behind Chris Hughes. Yeah, we need to get the job done here. So there we go, that's what we were expecting from them, which is good. Alpha Silla is captain. Go out there and prove a point. What do we want to say? Maybe a little bit of passion. A little bit of passion. Do we want to do it for the media? We've just won the league. We've had a little bit of praise. Let's maybe try that. Some calm, we have faith. And come on, boys. And let's go. Let's hope this isn't the last time ever that we hear the Champions League anthem at Villa Park. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is to sort of the end of the series. Well, basically, it'll come to an end one way or another next episode because we'll either have a Champions League final or we'll just wrap up the Premier League season. That's a decent ball from Marin because I flick on, but it's hacked clear, and that's the end of the highlight. Which means it'll be end of season awards. So let me know who you think our player of the season is going to be. It's so many contenders this year. It's just over from Rodrigo. But what I'm thinking we'll do is we won't just end the series cold. What I'll do is we'll sort of skip ahead maybe 5-10 years and sort of see how the squad gets on without us. It's a crunching tackle there on Nepo. Now, are we a little bit exposed down the left as Nepo tries to get back? Correa, he's just sort of walked straight through the middle of us. It's a nice little layoff ball there. That's maybe had the pace taken over a little bit, but they've got an overlapping fullback. It's well blocked. And is that going to be the highlight, or is it going to continue? It looks like it's going to continue all the way back. And they go again. Can we get a foot in here somewhere and try and win this ball back? No. Oh, we've been sucked out of position. And Koke blasts it past the post. So I think we'll skip forward sort of 5-10 years so we can kind of see how the team develops without us. I think the problem I have with the save is that it's kind of I feel like the team's basically complete. There's not much else to do to it. And I think that if it's just a personal save, what I do at this point is I just add a manager, take over another team that needs to be built up, and just sort of, oh, it's off the post, is it? And just sort of play through with a second team to keep it kind of interesting and not just like I'm playing an autopilot all the time. Obviously, I can't really do that on a sort of a YouTube save. Silla with a ball back there. Is it Rashid? It is Rashid. Silla back to Rashid again. Can he do something magical? It's back post into Rodrigo. And if it was anybody else, why did that fall to a centre back? So that's... I mean, I'm sure you guys will understand. There will be another series to replace it. I'm kind of working through the ideas of that. I'm thinking... Well, I won't say what I'm thinking just yet. We'll wait and see exactly what I come up with. It's headed away from Rodrigo Kosic. It's not the best clearance. It's still there. Can we get a block in? Koke. Oh, it's bending, but it didn't quite bend enough, luckily for us. We've looked okay so far, but I would say they've looked like they have a big threat on the counter-attack, don't they? Our attacking heroes of Enrique, Marin, and Hughes have had very, very poor games indeed. What do we say to that? Maybe a calm. A calm when not happy. That fires everybody up. I don't want to yell at them because it is a big game. I don't want to put extra pressure on them. I mean, in a way, a 0-0 is okay. It limits the away goals, but we've never won at Atletico Madrid. So I'd like to maybe have something if I can, but what we don't want is to have a deficit to try and overturn. Marin looks like he's booked and picked up an injury. We'll keep an eye on that. I just wonder with Rodrigo on the bench if maybe we need to make that change. It's a bruised ankle, so it's not going to get any worse. So we'll just keep an eye on that and see how we go. This is making me really, really nervous. We've hit the post, was it once with Marin in the first half? The decent chance with Rodrigo, but it's all been from set pieces. We haven't really created anything in open play. Here we go again. It's Silla. We're going to have to make changes, I think, because Enrique is just not playing well. He's not been in the game. I don't think we can necessarily blame Chris Hughes because he hasn't had, I don't think we've seen him with the ball at his feet. So, of course, his match rating isn't going to be great. Silla's got so much space there. It's a decent cross in, Marin. It's not the best goalkeeping. And again, as Marin hit the post again. I'm wondering, having seen that, what can we do here? I wonder if we play with a little bit more width and maybe not exploit the flanks. Let's try that. We're going to have to take Enrique off. He's just not playing well. So we'll bring on Jack Grealish for him. We'll bring Grealish on for him. Marin's kind of recovering. I don't know what to do with Chris Hughes because I really don't think we've seen that much from him, but we haven't... His match rating isn't great either. Maybe with the change with Grealish on the field. I wonder if we try switching Grealish and Silla around. Just give them something else to think about in that Atletico Madrid defence. Kosic with a throw in there for Silla. He's very deep considering where we want him to play. I wonder if that change has actually taken place yet or not. Did I not? Maybe I didn't confirm it. Here we go with Chris Hughes. I don't know what happened there. Chris Hughes, that's not the best cross, mate. You've got to be holding it up better than that. And they just walk it out of defence. 10 minutes to go. And to say this is finally balanced is a little bit of an understatement, isn't it? Come on, boys. Lumped forward. Thor is there. Picks that up for Rodrigo. Can we build from the back and go here? Nice ball in there for Silla. Back for Grealish. They seem to have made that change now, haven't they? Here we go with Rashid. In for Silla. Can Silla pick a pass? Can he shoot? Alpha Silla walks it in. Oh, he's missed it. How has he missed that? Alpha Silla walked it in and blasted it over the bar. We'll give them a concentrate. We've dominated this game. Hey, look at this. Look at that. 19 shots. And we have failed to find the back of the net. There's still a minute to go. This could be a proper highlight. Don't give it away here, boys. Silla back for Thor. Is this end of game or is there going to be a late drama? The latest of late dramas. Here we go with Rashid. Can he find Chris Hughes in some space? He's got Kosic overlapping. Kosic, heavy touch, gives it away. Oh no, this is not what we want. Can we win this ball back, please, boys? Hughes, he's there, but he's not putting really enough pressure on, is he? It's just sort of the token chase that the strikers tend to do. Lumped forward, it's Nepo. 15 seconds to go. Is this end of game or is this something that's going to happen? Silla back for Nepo. Can he get a little bit of quality into the box? It's decent. It's headed away. It's headed away again. I think it's end of game. Grealish for Kosic. Oh, it's 0-0. It's all to play for in the second leg. An away goal at Atletico Madrid would be huge, but should we have scored there? Almost certainly yes. Almost certainly, yes. We didn't have a good day in front of goal when we really, really needed to have one. I'm going to say that's not good enough, boys. So there it is, Atletico Madrid. Hold on, Fedor. It's nervy, isn't it? It's nervy, and it's so much more nervy knowing that this is do or die for us. Guys, wait right there. I'll play through Everton and we'll be back for the second leg. Okay, welcome back. It is time for the second leg. Of course, finally balanced after that first leg. An away goal would help. We are the favourites, but before we get to this one, let's have a look at how we did against Everton in our Premier League game. Our heavily rotated team struggled until Bale found the overlapping run of Fiorini early in the second half. His cross volleyed home spectacularly by Blake Scully. And it was that man again who squeezed home a Gary Turpie corner to secure the most undeserved win in football history. So there we go. Not sure how we won that one. We were absolutely smashed, but somehow we've managed to come away with a 2-0 win. Look at that. I don't understand. The goalkeeper was absolutely superb. Not bad for a number 2, I must say. Did a really, really good job. Fiorini had a good game, and Blake Scully was the hero, wasn't he? 2 goals, from one from a Gary Turpie corner, of course, and the other from the Fiorini cross. So, job done in a sense, but it wasn't great. You can see this is how the league table looks. With 1 game to go, we're 10 points clear. That actually really hurts Everton because they're now very vulnerable to falling out of the top 4, so that hurts for them. Look at the other end of the table. Relegation is sealed. It's been sealed for a while, but Southampton, Fulham and Blackburn, they are the 3 that go down. But that's not our concern right now. Our concern is right here in Europe. As I said, we are the favourites. Which is neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter, does it? But you can see there, it's still a Simeone coach team. We can see how they played against us last time here, though, now. Quite narrow. Did have a lot of the ball up in our attacking areas, though. We can see there their passing network and their key passes as well. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, we do have an injury concern ahead of this one. Chris Hughes has gone down. He's on the bench. He's almost back, but you can see at 88% match fitness before the game. He's not going to get 90 minutes in. It's a pulled groin, so... yeah, we can't really start him, so we're going to go with the lad. But this is the team we're sending out. It's pretty much full strength otherwise. So it's Gaz Mosley in goal. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Forster and Kosic as the back 4. Leroy and Silla in midfield. Rashid, Enrique and Marin in behind the lab. Let's go. So they've changed it up a little bit. They're going the 4-4-2. Now the obvious concern here with our lineup is Forster. He's not quite match sharp. But, you know, we'll go with it. Now I think here it's just a passionate, let's give the fans a performance here. You know, we've travelled to Madrid. We want to make a Champions League final. Let's go do it for them. Let's go do it for them. Come on, boys. Come on. I mean, it is finally balanced. You do wonder, you know, is 1 away goal enough for us? It would mean they'd have to score 2. I mean, they looked like they had a goal in them that first leg, didn't they? Now, we saw here last season when we played them, finished, they won 4-3. So they do have goals in them. Corner comes in, easy for Gaz. Now, is that the highlight? Almost certainly not. Gaz out there for Rodrigo. Can we hit them on the break nice and early here? There's a ball there for Marin. What's he going to do? He's got them retreating. It's a decent enough ball. Can Rashid get onto it? He can. Oh, he can't, though. It's nicked off his foot just at the last minute, and it's coming back the other way. And now we find ourselves in a lot of trouble here. We've pushed too many men forward. It's a decent... Oh, it's blocked. It's bouncing around. Come on, boys. Can we win it back? Can we win it back? It's becoming a long old highlight, isn't it? This all started from Atletico Madrid corner. We've gone end to end. It's floated in. Nepo. No, it's a poor header and we get away with it. Was it Nepo or was it actually Rodrigo? I think it was Nepo that I mean, he was stretching, wasn't he? Probably didn't have too much of a say over where it was going. Let's give it another get creative here. We need to try and get some control of this game, though, don't we? Here we go. Still a free kick. Knocks it in. It's headed away. Is he going to pick it up? He is not. He is. He is not. Can we get to that? Someone's got to go and win that ball. Come on, boys. We're finding ourselves under pressure. Rodrigo, calm as you like. Back to Gaz. Gaz locks it upfield. Can we win that? No. Lab maybe needs to be a little bit more aggressive there, but it's coming back at us again. We're under pressure here. It's a decent save. What a save that is actually from Gaz. I'm wondering if we need to change something here, perhaps. Koke with the corner. Gaz claims it expertly. It's like picking up an apple from a tree, that isn't it? And Gaz rolls it out and we go again. All right, Rodrigo stands over the free kick. We roll it forward. Silla. Oh, I tell you what, he's threaded that pole, hasn't he? Would rather we had a little bit more space for error there. Marin for Rodrigo. Continues to run into the box. Rodrigo goes the other way. Look at the fullback getting forward. Enrique, he finds Nepo, but it wasn't really when he needed to find him. And suddenly... We're coming back the other way again. We're looking very, very vulnerable to a counter-attack here. Kostic reads that like a book, though, and look at this. We're streaming forward now. Can Kostic pick a pass? He can. It's Rodrigo! And it's not Rodrigo, it's Rashid. Sorry, Rashid. That's probably why he missed. He's like, who? Who are you saying? All right, come on, boys. Demand a little bit more here, please. I mean, first goal is absolutely massive here, isn't it? Absolutely vital. Show some passion, boys. Come on. I mean, it's going okay, but it's not going fantastic, is it? It's another scoreless half of football in this semi-final, and it is, oh, so anxious and nervous. I feel a little bit sick, if I'm honest. Let's maybe just, do we keep it calm? Get back out there, grab the goal. That needs to be said with passion, doesn't it? We've been the better team. Have we been the better team, though? Get back out there and grab me that effing goal, boys. Some calm, we have faith for those of us here that haven't responded to that. I just want to try and keep things a little bit, keep them calm. We don't want to get too fired up and do something silly. Lab has been a little bit disappointing. We do need to see a little bit more out of you, mate, or we're going to have to make a change up front. I did say Lab's never let us down. I mean, is today the day that he's not going to score the massive goal we need from him? Let's give it a get creative here. Oh, as the highlight starts. Kostic throws it in for Silla. That's not the best cross, and it's ricocheted out. I'm wondering with their 4-4-2 if we maybe need to change the way we're playing at the back ever so slightly here. Can we get a block in here? Oh, Foster's there. Can we get to that? No, Koke's going to get to that. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm just... Oh, God. Don't concede. Don't concede. Just don't concede, boys. Don't concede. I've got a plan. Here we go with Rashid. Rashid, what's he got for us? He runs into some space. He finds the Lab. The Lab nicely round the corner there for Kostic. Can he now continue his run? Kostic, Lab, come on, Lab. He finds Enrique. Enrique for Leroy. Bends one. Oh, so close. And as I said, I do have a plan here. Why can't I do that now? There we go. All right, this is the plan. Enrique's not playing well. Lab's not playing well. I'm a little bit concerned with their 4-4-2, if I'm honest. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And I just want to protect us a little bit against that. We're going to put AR as a deep-lying playmaker. And we're going to play a Mazzella for Leroy. We're going to push Silla forward. And we're going to play Enrique as a deep-lying forward on attack. Just let him drop back in. And just try and create something. We just saw, didn't we, from that, was it the last highlight with Lab? He dropped back in, he did okay, but you just wonder if that had been Enrique up there, could he have done a little bit better? Here we go with Marin from a free kick. Oh, it never looked like missing, not even for a second, and Marin gets his 18th of the season, and it could be a massive goal as we ride through Europe once again on the back of Antonio Marin and Rashid. It's one of those old school Ronaldo ones, isn't it? Where it just kind of feels like a knuckleball that just floats over the wall and dips under the bar. What a free kick from Antonio Marin. And is this suddenly taking a turn in our favour? Let's demand a little bit more. We're not there yet, boys. We're not there yet. And Marin's picked up an injury. Oh, hopefully that's not too serious. We'll bring Rodrigo on for him. If there is one position where we have a very, very good replacement for a very good player, it is that left side of midfield, isn't it? Or the left side of the attacking three, depending how you look at it. Here we go with Silla. A second goal now would surely seal it. It's in the right areas, but it wasn't really near a teammate. Rashid picks it up. Back for Silla. Back for Rashid. Look at this. Look at the space for Leroy. We know he's got a good shot on him. Leroy! Oh, it's off the post! Leroy with a chance to send us to the final, and he's muffed it. Oh, I've given them praise. This is the highlight started. If they score here, it's going to look like a moronic thing to say. Come on, boys. Have we looked a little bit better with AR in that DM role? We've got to try. We've outnumbered them now. We've done well. All right, sensible boys. Look at the space. Kostic, look at the space through the middle. That's not really... He worked his way back into trouble and then gave it away. I mean, I'd rather he do that than something ridiculously silly, but... He had an early ball into AR, or perhaps even, I think it was Silla was the other option there. in centre of midfield, but he didn't take it. Oh, Nepo's read that like a book as well. He goes early for Enrique. Enrique, can he do a little bit of magic here? He holds the ball up nicely. Nepo continues to get forward. He probably shouldn't be getting forward in this situation. Kosic shouldn't be there either, but he is. Kosic thinks it in. Rodrigo heads it towards goal. Enrique, and Enrique finds his way into the back of the net. It's the 11th of the year, and boys, I think we're going back to another Champions League final to defend our title. Let's sit those boys back a little bit more. We don't need the fullbacks bombing on now. They've just got to concentrate on defending. And is this series, as it should, going to end at a Champions League final? It has to be like that almost, doesn't it? A nice little header down. The two Brazilians link up. It's taken a few deflections on its way into the back of the net. But that should be that. We finally... I mean, is it a curse at Atletico Madrid? It wasn't one I realised until, earlier today. But could we finally go and win at Atletico Madrid Stadium? Come on, boys. Come on. Can we get a block in there? It's a good claim by Gaz. Now, of course, we need to remember they need 3 goals here. They need 3 goals. 2 just means we go through on away goals. Here we go with Rashid. He's done well there. Silla nicely brought down, mates. It's not the best pass, but Nepo's there. It does find its target. AR. AR for Leroy. We have looked better, haven't we? When we brought AR in, it just secured us up a little bit. There's... Oh, Rashid. We've seen him score so many goals like that, but that just wasn't to be today. And with only a couple of minutes to go here, this should be it. Let's defend the corner first, please, boys. It's away by Leroy. Come on. Oh, it's ricocheted in. It's 2-1. It's not done yet, is it? It's not done yet. Let's give it a tighten up. And maybe we just start and just close this thing down a little bit as well. We don't want them getting another goal, do we? Because then you do start to get nervous and you do start to wonder. Let's keep it all like that. I mean, it's from a set piece. We will, I think, look to do some work on defending set pieces ahead of the final. It's taken a deflection, I think off of AR. It was number 17, which I'm 90% sure. Yeah, there we go. It is AR. So a little bit of bad luck. 5 minutes stoppage time to go. We'll give them... I think this is it. This should be it. They're not scoring. Surely they're not scoring twice in 30 seconds. Come on, boys. There it is. No, not quite yet. They've got their man forward. Let's get this ball clear. We'd like to win on the night if we can, so we finally win at Atletico Madrid Stadium. Enrique's done well again there to hold up the ball. It's a good tackle, though. There's only 10 seconds to go. No matter what happens here, boys, we do end this series. Episode 131 in the Champions League final. Excellent stuff. We could still go on for the hat-trick of Champions League titles. And that is... Do we get away with it? No, you're just going to say you got to the final. Congratulations, boys. Now, the big question here is this Marin injury, isn't it? Have we just seen the last of Antonio Marin? Yes, the answer is a very definite yes. That actually makes me really sad. He's been a favourite of mine the entire series. Comeback fighting, mate. Unfortunately, it's not going to be with us in charge, but we'll be back to see his progress. But that's really, really disappointing, isn't it? But guys, that is it for today. You know what's not it? What we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to see who we're playing in the final. Will it be AC? No, who is it? City or PSG? And it is PSG in the final. If we have a look at how that semi-final unraveled, it was... No, that's last year. What do we want to do here? We want to go semi-final, don't we? It was 2-1 on the night. It was 3-2 on aggregates. City couldn't get the job done at home. And to be honest, it was more comfortable than it looks because it wasn't until the 88th minute that City even got a goal back. So... It's Paris Saint-Germain in the final. Next episodes, let's go to the schedule so we can have a look at it here. What do we expect from Paris? We expect a lot of very good players, really, don't we? Yeah, I mean, we've pretty much looked at their entire team. Kai Havertz, Victor Pardo, he's quite good, I think, isn't he? Well, Giao, he's really good. We are going to have our work cut out for us here, aren't we? Milinkovic-Savic is still there as well. He's world-class. So it's going to be tough, but... That is how this series ends against Paris Saint-Germain in another Champions League final. I'll play through the derby game and get to the end of the season. Now, of course, we'll have an end-of-season awards next episode, so let me know who you think our player of the year is going to be. And we need to start having a think about our team of the save, because we'll sort of announce that, I think. As I said, we won't just end the episode dead next episode. We'll skip forward in time sort of 5-10 years and see how the team gets on without us. And at that point, I think I'll give my team of the save. But have a think about who you think has been our 11 of our time at Aston Villa. But until next time, guys, Open Aussie Villa. If you have enjoyed that, it was a little bit more nervy than I would have liked, but ultimately we've got to the Champions League final, and that is the main thing. So I'll see you next time for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.